Hello there, EDISON players. Welcome back to another tournament match review. Today we are doing round 3 of the ELLO October tournament. And we have Batist on the left playing Machina Hero, I believe, versus Dennis on the right. And Batist starting strong. He's got Stratos, he's got the Future Fusion. So he's all set up. Yeah, revealing Elemental Hero Gaia, sending the Machina Fortress and Elemental Hero Ocean. Play is to Dennis. And Dennis is on something interesting. You'll see it right away. Well, you already know because it's in the video title, but yeah, here is Machina Gear Frame, searching out Machina Force. So Batist has the potential to go big here, and he is going for it, discarding Force to reborn Fortress. And Fortress attacks the Magical Merchant, and that is gonna mill Gorse, Raiko, Merchant, Scopin, Witch, Necrogarna I saw as well, Battle Fader, Cyber Eltanin, Quick Draw Synchron. Yeah, it's the mash. It's the monster mash. So 18 is gonna connect directly, no fear of Gorse, and another 1800 points of damage. Connecting, yeah, no Necrogarna being used for this. And in main phase 2, Batist equips the gear frame to the fortress. Play is back to Dennis, who now has a lot of cards. And here is Cyber Dragon. Batist did play around it by equipping the gear frame to the fortress, but yeah. Karma Cut immediately activated. Okay, so banishing the Cyber Dragon. There's no other copies in the graveyard. That's a shame, because it would have been a very clean out to the fortress. I keep forgetting this card's name. It's not Violet Witch. And it's not the first time that it's happening. Last time we had Dennis on the feature match, I also couldn't remember. Is it Witch of the Black Rose? I'm oblivious. The comments will steer me right. And here is Dennis's Machina Fortress, pitching the Quick Draw Synchron for it. It is a machine, so there is the synergy. And Dark Dragon is in the house. Okay, excellent. There is a monster being set, and Dark Dragon is going after Future Fusion. Let's see. Dark Arms goes after the fortress and the force, and there's a Quillbolt Hedgehog and 2 Dandelions in Dennis's hands. So that's gonna be 1000 damage and 2500 damage. And after all of these big plays by Dennis, it's looking good for him. But yeah, the Machina Hero deck has a lot of starters and a lot of bombs. So let's see what Batist has to bring to the table this turn. Starting off with a Cyber Dragon of his own. And here is Miracle Fusion, going for the Absolute Zero, right? No, banishing an Earth. So going for the Gaia So that is gonna have the attack points of Dark Arm Dragon and adding that to Gaia. And here is Schematic Fortress Dragon with 2000 attack points. So Gaia onto Dark Arm Dragon, that's always 2200 damage. And Fortress attacks the Raikou, and that's gonna clean up the Gaia. Yeah. Play is back to Dennis, who sets a card, presumably the Dandelion. Yeah, so 2 tokens will be summoned, and Fortress Dragon clears one of those. Dennis draws Quick Draw Synchron, pitching the second Dandy that he had, and now he can go for any of the Warrior Synchros. Maybe he's a bit too low on life for the drill, but okay, he is going for that. This drill attacks into Schematic Fortress Dragon. No battle trap to stop that, so that's gonna be 400 damage to Batist. And Gallus will be discarded to banish the Drill Warrior. Okay, if Dennis can get this loop going, he has a relative safety. And it looks like, yeah, he is going for that. Or not. The drill is summoned back, and from the graveyard, Dennis chooses to add. Looks like he's considering Machina gear frame. Yeah, that is gonna be it. Normal summoning the gear frame. Not running into a torrential or anything, so yeah. Searching the force, pitching it to summon Fortress from the graveyard. And here is Bottomless Trap Hole. Yeah, I think I messed up the life points. That was a 400 lost, not 4100. And here is a 500 lost. Gear frame for 18. So yeah, this should be correct. Normal summon Prisma, revealing the Chimeric Fortress Dragon, sending Cyber Dragon. Yeah, very nice niche utility of Prisma. Also, this reveals that Batist is on 2 Chimeric. That's useful information to know for games 2 and 3. Now, Drill Warrior adds back the Force. Okay. Bashing a Light and a Dark for Gale Sorcerer. That's gonna banish the Fortress Dragon. And this Drill Warrior tries to go in for game, and it successfully does so. So that is game 1 to Dennis on the Monster Mash deck. Let's skip ahead to game number 2. Players are side decking, shuffling up the decks, and should be ready to start over. Okay, Batist once again, reinforcements of the army for Stratos, searching Prisma. We see that Batist is playing on the Reborn Tengu playmat that he won at Ultimate Time Wizard Lille. So very nice to see when players win a mat and then play on it. Gearframe searches Force for Dennis. And, the 1800s are gonna kiss, take each other out. Here is Prisma, that's gonna thin the deck for the Ocean. And I would assume going for 1700 damage, or is Batist playing around the Gorse or Tragoria? No, looks like he isn't. Here's another gear frame. So the Machina engine is doing wonders for this Monster Mash deck. Is Fortress gonna come out and play? Yes, he is. But just one of them, keeping the other one in the graveyard. Here is gear frame on Batist's side of the field. And we have a Miracle Fusion, so that Ocean in the graveyard is gonna pay dividends. So yeah, 700 damage coming in, followed by 1800. Heavy Storm is gonna take out the back row, but Compulse is chained, putting back the Machina gear frame. Excellent, so next turn Batist will be able to summon that again. Quick draw, Dandy, doing its thing. So Dennis could just poke directly with the Drill Warrior. Yeah, that is what's gonna happen. So 1200 points of damage to Batist. And then in main phase 2. Yeah, I think Dennis wants to banish the Drill Warrior. Although, only at 3800 life points. That's pretty low, knowing that there's a gear frame in Batist's hands, a fortress that was already searched out. And in main phase 2, we're gonna see Dennis bring out a fortress of his own. So that's gonna at least be a strong defense. A fort, if you will. Yeah, Absolute Zero crashes into that fortress. Main phase 2, summon gear frame. And just gonna play it slow from here. Yeah, not committing the fortresses. So, Return of the Drill. Adding back the Force. Okay. Free Monster Reborn for Machina Fortress. But, Torrential. Oof. That, yeah. Here is the Witch. On normal summon draws DD Crow. Here is Gallus, it's gonna send Raikou. I think that does like 200 for each level. Not entirely sure. And we're gonna see a Gorse. That's rough. Luckily the Witch is a tuner. But yeah, we know that Batist has 2 fortresses in hand, at least. So we will be able to summon, yeah, there is Black Rose Dragon. And Batist just has a, yeah, Kaiku Fortress, that does it. So 1-1, we are taking this into a game number 3. Very exciting to see the Monster Mash deck navigate this. And Dennis starting off with a T set again. Could it be a massive magical merchant? Batist has Stratos, Searches, Prisma. And is gonna attack into it. It's Necrogardener, okay. So a bit of a slow start for Dennis, looks like. He has Royal Decree, but has to set another monster. Here is the Ocean. Attacking over the Plague, and Stratos attacking directly. So yeah, now Dennis has the problem. If he doesn't get rid of the Ocean or the Stratos, Ocean will just be able to bounce the Stratos in Batist's standby phase, and that can out-decree. So Dennis kind of has to make a push. He has the Plague Spreader engraved, so yeah, Synchro Summon is one way to get there. But we're gonna see Kaiku, okay, attacking over the Ocean. Pretty interesting card from a side deck, but it does prevent Miracle Fusion specifically, so that's pretty strong. Batist giving it some thought before summoning a Kaiku of his own. Oh man, that is huge. Machina Fortress as well. Yeah, that's gonna get over the Kaiku for 700 points of damage. We're gonna see the Stratos come in, but here is Battle Fader. Okay, so not all hope is lost. Yeah, this Kaiku would have been devastating if it had connected, but here is the Witch. It's Synchro 5. Catastor. Yeah, Catastor, it does out Fortress, but we know that Batist has a Prisma, so yeah, it's not looking good for Dennis, who already sees the writing on the wall. Does he have another Battle Fader? No, he doesn't. That is the game. And we see Machina Fortress in the hand. Another Royal Decree. So very unfortunate for Dennis here. Guys, I was Ryan Atlas. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't also already. Bye.